So this is the Fuzion 379 that we're standing in front of. There's a lot of things that I really like to focus on when I talk about Fuzion. There's a lot of standard features that go across the board for every Fuzion that we build, and that's what I really want to highlight here. There's three things that I really like to talk about. That's the quality of materials, the quality of construction, and the smart storage solutions that we have at Fuzion. So we've got an example of a smart storage solution right up here. This is our Fuzion front store box. This is large enough to store your patio steps. It has a steel shelf here, so you can really load this up. It's 58 inches wide, 28 inches deep, and 22 inches tall. So there's a lot of stuff that you can put in there, like the steps for your patio. And that's something that now you don't have to strap it down in your garage, you don't have to sacrifice and leave it at home. We'll just turn around and look at the unit beside us. This is another smart storage solution. This is the utility center. So any other toy hauler manufacturer that includes something like this, they always build it into the garage floor. So you got to think best case scenario, to get into it, you're on your hands and knees. Worst case scenario, you might have something in your garage parked on top of it, and now you don't have access. So we wanted to provide access to the stuff that you need on the outside of your camper. So if you need tie downs, tire chains, or an air compressor, we've got the spot for it, and we don't just have a compartment for it. This is also a lit compartment with 110 and USB power outlets in the top here. So you can plug in that air compressor, you can use this as a shelf, you can plug in a coffee pot, keep your Bluetooth speaker charged, keep the party going. So that's an example of how we think beyond just the feature of having a storage compartment. We want to make it as useful as possible. So a great example of the quality materials is the Goodyear tires that come standard on every Fuzion. So anytime that you're, any floor plan that you're looking at, whether it's a triple axle or a tandem axle, you have the Goodyear Endurance tire. That's something that I think is really important because it is the strongest tire on the market, as well as being the largest, and the potential for these toy haulers to go off-road, if you're going to the motocross track, the trailhead, the hunting cabin, the potential for the toy haulers to go off-road is much greater than another unit, so we want to make sure you're equipped with the best tire in the industry. Those are actually rated for up to 87 miles an hour, and the reason they're so strong is because the Goodyears have a Kevlar reinforced sidewall. These are also made in the USA. They're covered by a 6-year warranty with 2-year roadside assistance and 1-year replacement, no questions asked. So we've also partnered with Wet Sounds for a new sound system. Wet Sounds is a fantastic speaker manufacturer, really well known in the marine and boating industries. It's saltwater proof, waterproof, dust proof, you name it. Again, because what you may encounter because of the nature of a toy hauler, we want to equip it with the best equipment possible. So this is our 379. This is one of our units that has an outdoor kitchen. You'll see we only use name brand Jensen Electronics. We're not using some lesser brand, maybe shipped from overseas. We want to make sure that we're providing our customers something they're familiar with, something they're comfortable knowing is going to provide quality to them. New for 2023 is our Dragonfly lithium battery package. This comes standard on all of our Fuzions. These are each 100 amp hour batteries, and paired with the Keystone Solar Flex that comes standard on every Keystone product, the batteries are always going to be charged. And this unit here actually has our upgraded Solar Flex. This has the Solar Flex 400i. That has two 200-watt panels on the roof, as well as a 2,000-watt inverter. So you're going to be able to run off these batteries 7 inverted outlets throughout your camper, and those solar panels are going to mean these are always charged. You can run those 7 outlets in addition to all your 12 volts, so your slides, your lights. When your camper's in storage or parked next to your house and you're ready to load up, you don't have to back your truck up to it or hook up to the house power. Run those slides out off the batteries that are always going to be charged because of the solar package on here. So another great bit of equipment is our leveling system. Again, really well suited just for the toy hauler because you've got these big 12-inch pads at the bottom. You're not always going to have a nice paved parking lot to set those legs down in, and if you have soft soil or anything, it's important to have that extra large pad at the bottom of those legs. Also, The Equalizer EQ Smart Level uses cast iron to house the legs. Other manufacturers use cast aluminum. Aluminum being a softer material than iron means that when you're up on all 6 legs, you're going to have a less stable platform. We wanted to provide more stability, and the Equalizer system does that for us. So that's another example of quality materials that go into this. Let's see, so then on the other side is our sewage sewage dumps. So this unit here is a bath and a half. So we have 88 gallons of black water, 88 gallons of gray water, and we route all those tanks to one single outlet. So when it does come time, and let's face it, this is the worst part of camping, when it comes time to dump those tanks, we make it as easy as possible. There's no extra equipment, no Y pipe, no hooking up once, moving your truck 15 feet, probably didn't wash your hands, now you've touched your steering wheel. We make it as easy as possible so there's none of that. That's another example of quality manufacturing with the resources that we're allocated because we're Keystone and because this brand being Fuzion has such an important place in the market, we allocate those resources accordingly. So when we come back to the garage, I'm gonna have to explain this. I can't show it with the patio down, but this is another great example of quality of materials and quality of manufacturing. When you guys are ready to put your patio away and close this ramp door, first of all, this ramp door is the MORryde 0G door. You can open this up to a 45-degree angle and let go. It's not going to come crashing down, so it's very easy to operate. Also, one finger operation. You can just pull it down with one finger, push it up with pinky. Very easy operation. But also, when it comes time to close this door will not close unless you open the entry door there, because we've created such a good seal on this garage. Even if you push as hard as you can, because the air pressure in that garage, it will not close. You have to open this and then that slams shut, no problem. So a great example of quality manufacturing right there. You want to make sure that your camper is watertight. Well, we've gone even farther and made sure it's airtight. That's also something that's going to come into play if you have any sort of gas cans or anything that could create fumes and vapors in this garage. That's a vapor seal door between the main living area and the garage as well, keeping all the fumes and everything out of your living area. And our air conditioner system is also going to help with that. We have the best air conditioning system in the market. It's the Omni-Chill air conditioners. We have 3 ACs that you can run all 3 at the same time. And because of that capability, we have the garage unit as a standalone AC. It's not ducted with the rest, because the way the ACs work with the cold air return on them, that could cycle bad air from your garage into your main cabin. But we don't have that problem because the garage unit's a standalone unit. The AC system on this also is more powerful because of the capability to run all 3 at the same time. Each of our ACs operate on a 15 amp breaker, keeping you below the 50 amp threshold, meaning that you can run all 3 at the same time and cool this camper to within 30 degrees of the outdoor temperature. So if it's 89 degrees out when you're going to bed, you can cool this camper all the way down to 59 degrees. And that, I like to sleep cold, but not see my breath cold. How much do you need? Are you looking for more?
Good for you.
Okay, I've got more. We can keep going. So in the garage as well, this is another example of Fuzion thinking beyond. We've got the adjust track tie down system. These are frame welded tie downs. So know that anything that you put in here is going to be able to be secured very strong with these very strong tie down system. Each point of contact is rated at 5,000 pounds, and there's 38 points of contact to attach a tie down back here. So I don't care if there's a golf cart or a side-by-side or a motorcycle going back here, there's going to be a way to configure these tie downs to secure your precious cargo. Okay. Another example of a smart storage solution is our super storage. So this unit has a loft and a ladder to access it, but we wanted to create a place to keep the ladder off the garage floor and keep you from having to make the decision. Do we leave it on the garage floor? Do we leave it at home? We've got a storage compartment and this has created this additional space here. We see lots of people use this as storage for cleaners and rags. We see lots of people use this for fishing poles or brooms and Swiffers to keep their camper clean, and then everything tucks out of the way.
Can I get a peek at the van?
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So the Fuzion also includes more standard equipment than any other camper, any other toy hauler out there. There's very few options available for Fuzion because so much of it's standard. So the patio package back there is a standard feature. That leveling, that great equalizer, EQ Smart leveling, that's a standard feature on every Fuzion. The Cummins Onan generator is a standard feature. The 3ACs, standard feature. There are only 6 options available for Fuzion, and this already has 2 of them. The SolarFlex 400 and the ramp door, the sliding patio doors in the garage there. Okay. The only other options are 1 tier higher on the SolarFlex 600 IL, dual pane windows, and full body paint. Okay. Oh, and a garage bar / bed.
This is very nice, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I like this.
We use all hardwood for our cabinetry with soft close hidden hinges. Top of the line appliances, the convection oven microwave, residential refrigerator, and that will be able to be powered off the 2000 watt inverter. So that will keep cold as you guys are going down the road. Again, name brand Jensen Electronics, Jensen Stereo, Jensen Televisions, and all Thomas Payne furniture. This $379